cack.
Uh-oh, see.
And the third.
See, that's
All
a Billy
right.
Joel right there.
Yeah. We are back in the third segment of the Fab Life.
Part 3, baby. That's
Yes,
right. It's a
part 3,
trilogy.
baby.
It's a trilogy, baby.
Yes, it's a trilogy, baby.
It's a trilogy, baby. That's right.
Yes.
Why are you doing it? It's the sequel.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And we'll talk about sexy eyes.
He looked right at JC. What he did? Look right at him.
I thought you were going to take talk about sex.
I'm blind.
No.
Well, you
I'm
see,
trying to keeping it clean and Disney-like.
Yes.
over here.
Disney-like is the best we get out of me, my friend. Disney-like.
You haven't seen Disney lately.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Get with me on that.
Oh my goodness.
See.
So we'll talk about superheroes.
Of course. Yes, we're both big fans.
So how did you like the recent Avengers movie?
I liked it. I'm the person that's actually on YouTube that goes to all the different pundits and criticisms, like like Collider and Ping Pong Flick Show and Inside the Trailer. I'm big on all that stuff. So,
Brother from another mother.
Right, so shout out to all those people.
Yes.
I agree and disagree with all of you, except Ping Pong Flick Show. I'm down with you, buddy. We're both on the same page. All right. So all of those, and Wisecrack. Shout out to Wisecrack. They're very intelligent. You should check out their channel.
Yes.
Anyway, I liked it. I agreed with the pundits as far as it was an event because of the culmination. Excuse me.
Yes.
The 10 years of the movies they had.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
And it was very cool, and I like that they went what they went. I saw that. Of course, I saw Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yes.
Enjoyed both those movies.
Oh.
But I will say, even though a lot of people won't agree with me, and it's very polarizing, I like the DCEU movies more.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Somebody
See,
scratched. Somebody scratched behind
Blasphemy!
the camera.
Right.
I know it's
Blasphemy! Sacrilege!
Sacrilegious.
Yes. Put him on the stake and burn him.
Something imploded and exploded.
And this is why I say that. Because, and I'm going to use Marvel as an example. Right. He just was like, we can't be friends. We can't be friends.
We can be friends.
I just met.
I know. But this is my example. My example is this. And I'm going to use Marvel then to try to show my point. I love Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
I love
For
him.
me, that is their
I love
best
him too.
movie out of all the movies they've done. Best one.
I love
Right.
Peggy.
Peggy? Yes. Peggy's very cool.
I
Yes.
love her line, when she
Right.
she saw Cap, very down and out.
Right.
And then she's like, so these are your two only options, a lab rat or a dancing monkey. I love that.
So what I liked about that movie was, and I'm going to say this in the best way possible because Marvel does not sugarcoat.
No.
They are in the real world, but they put it in a lens of where it's lighter and breezier and not as conflicted.
Yeah.
Captain America is one of the few places in their cinematic universe where you have that there.
Oh
where
my
you
God.
actually have the conflict and the emotional intrigue and real world repercussions right there in front of you. That's what I loved about the movie.
This guy talks like he came from that universe.
Right. So, to say why I feel how I feel about DCU, they deal with that from Jump Street. They don't make it a little real and then kind of give you the rose tinted lenses to make it more palatable. Yes. I like that they did what they did with Man of Steel and Batman v Superman.
I love Man of Steel.
Right, great movie.
Man of Steel,
I loved BVS, the Ultimate Cut, because it's more fleshed out.
I loved Wonder Woman.
Well, everyone loved Wonder Woman, and it was a great movie.
It was,
I didn't think it was the best out of all of them,
Yeah.
believe it or not. I still say BVS is the best one, the Ultimate Cut.
Yeah, I love
and
the way
Wonder
they
Woman is a close
introduced
second.
her character.
I agree with that 100%. I even liked Suicide Squad, even though their third act was really weak.
Oh, okay.
Their third act was weak. But I liked the build-up and the setup of that movie. But the third act, admittingly, is weak. You know what I mean? So I've liked all the movies and what they had to offer. But I didn't agree with how they kind of jump-started things a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't like that they lost faith in the creative vision that they had in midstream. They should have at least followed everything up to that point through.
Oh, you mean with Zack Snyder?
Exactly,
Yeah.
right. And they kind of changed things and kind of did what they did with him and everything else. And I understand that there's political stuff on Zack and political stuff with Josh Whedon and everything else. But I will say this. One, Zack Snyder, if nothing else, makes beautiful movies, has interesting movies, and he casts very well. Because Ben Affleck was the best Batman we've had. Gal Gadot everyone loves him.
I love
Henry
Gal
Cavill,
Gadot.
say what you will about his Superman movies. When he's on scene as Superman, people lose their minds.
Yes.
They love him.
Yeah.
Right, and now we have Aquaman
I'm
coming
one of
up.
them.
Right, well we have Jason Momoa coming up as Aquaman, which is a great choice.
Did you see the trailer?
Of course I did.
Oh my gosh, that was awesome.
Of course I did. But you know what the movie
Even
that
JC is saying it.
Right, great. But you know to me what the best one was? It wasn't that. I'm pivoting for a hot second. It was the trailer for Glass. He knows what I'm talking about. Right, this is the sequel
The
to
trailer for
Glass. Now, Glass. Is a sequel.
I haven't seen that. I have to see it.
Well, this is what it is. If you've seen Unbreakable. Have you seen Unbreakable?
Wow, many years ago.
Right, Unbreakable.
Many years
now,
ago.
Split. Have you seen Split?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
now
Yes.
Unbreakable and Split are, spoiler alert, they're in the same universe.
Yes. I
Right.
remember. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So
Bruce Willis was
exactly
there, yeah.
right. So now, Glass is the third movie of that trilogy. So
Oh, my
Unbreakable is Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Split is James McAvoy's character.
Yeah. Yeah.
Glass, of course, is Sam Jackson, who is Mr. Glass, who set all this stuff in motion in the first place.
This is such an awesome interview.
Right.
Yeah.
So why? So to get back to the point, I do not want the fantasy world of Superman 1979, 1980. I don't want that world. That world is gone.
It was
Been
good
gone.
for its time.
Exactly my point.
And I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed Superman 2,
Right.
you know, and I love the one-liners like, look, they use machines to fly.
Exactly.
I love that with
Right.
Sarah
And
Douglas.
that movie with Christopher Reeve holds up
Yes.
amazingly well for the technology of its time.
Mm-hmm.
But the world we live in today is a lot more realistic and a lot more honest. They want more of a brutal truth, which is
dark.
exactly,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
why I had no problem with the DCEU being what it was. The problem that they had with that was people have a preconceived notion of what those superheroes are supposed to be. Example,
Yes.
when Batman killed people in BVS,
Uh-huh.
and people made a stink about that.
Yeah.
I've watched every iteration of Batman, starting
Yeah,
with
in the comic
1990
books,
with Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
And he killed people then.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there was no beef then. Batman Returns, he killed
Yeah.
people. Batman Forever, he killed people.
Yeah.
Not as much, it lightened up, but he still killed people.
Mhm.
So now we get to a more gritty world, and you're going to be upset because he killed people?
It's the new generation that you're dealing with right now.
It's not so much that. It's people who are in my age range
Yeah.
who have these preconceived ideas of who Batman is, of who Superman is. Because for those who are not comic book readers, that don't understand the nuances of the characters, they have what the perception is when they merchandise them, when they sell them on the cups and the t-shirts and on the cartoons and the Super Friends for all the 80s over 40 people like myself. Or even for like Justice League Unlimited for those that are a little younger and things like that. They'll be like, well, he doesn't do that. He doesn't do this. But as we all know, the real world is not hard and fast with all the rules. So when Superman kills somebody at the end of Man of Steel, he felt he had no choice.
Yes.
Right? Right. When Batman does what he does, he feels like he has no choice.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
All those things are things that we see because we are forced into a thing where we feel that is the only option.
They softened him though in Justice League.
Oh, of course they did.
Yeah.
For two reasons. One, Joss Whedon and what their vision was.
Yeah.
And two, to the point of the original thing, after Superman shows who he's about, it should have softened him. Now, not to the point of what they did.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But it should have softened him to the extent of, I understand now he's not against us, he's for us.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that part I agree with. You know, but
It
I'm
was
the minority.
Superman. It was Superman who
Right.
became really like,
I mean-
sinister.
No, I mean, look, real world situation. If you were trying to find kryptonite to use something against him, that makes absolute sense. That's real world. That's real world talk. It makes absolute sense. And in his perspective, to want to stop him because he doesn't know what he's about, again, makes sense. But once he shows what his heart is about, that should soften you to know that he's a good person. He wants to help us.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you take your gun and put it in the
Yeah,
right.
right.
safe and you'll
Yeah,
never use
yeah.
it because you might.
Yeah.
But at least you know that he's on our side.
Yeah.
You know, and that part. I
Oh
understand.
my goodness. Hot topic. Hot, hot, hot.
Right.
And that was it for the third segment, and we'll be back more with Kevon Tyree. And I promise you that in the fourth segment, I'll talk more about Kevon.
Hey, I love talking about
We
comics,
kind of
man. I'm great.
deviated, like.
Oh, dude, do it.
I know,
I love
I
it.
know.
I love it, though. Let's go off-roading with another subject.
This is discovering Kevon.
Oh, babe. Go on, dive in, baby. Go on, dive in. Put a ladle up in there.
Yeah.
As long as she's holding the ladle. As long as she's holding the
Yes,
ladle.
yes, she'll be holding it. Yeah.
All right. Scoop me up any